Hello, hello. Welcome to Leap Taken. This is Mika, and here at Leap Taken, I talk about all things witchy, craft related, law of attraction, manifesting, esoteric, and everything else in between. And today I am showing you just an update in my Cottage Witchery Book of Shadows. So this is a big one. I haven't I keep this in something so it kind of sort of remains closed, but I still need to invest in a piece of elastic. I just haven't gotten to it yet. I'm more concerned with the insides before I get to the outside. So I've added some pages and I'm going to add a page of a fun spell bundle that I'm eventually going to create, but I wanted to record it first here. So this is basically my book. I have here my dedication, and I did a flip through before of some of the pages. So, this is basically me talking about what is cottage witchery. And here, this is just a book blessing that I have. Spirit of nature, bless this book that I have prepared to be my companion as I travel the path of the green witch and cottage witch. May I be inspired as I write in it. May the information here serve to support me in every spiritual development. Excuse me, in my spiritual development. May truths reveal themselves to me as I review my writings. May this grimoire support me in my work to become the best person I can be, and in being the steward of nature, may this grimoire and my practice with it serve nature in the best of ways. May both this book and I be blessed. So that's my blessing. And I have just a sacred space declaration here that I wrote in Spirits of Nature. I honor and respect you. I acknowledge the divine in nature and ask that it bless me. I declare this space sacred and appropriate for my purpose, so may it be, so it is. Now, I used a lot of the material and like words and things like that, and I ad-libbed some of them, changed it around, but I got a lot of this from actually the books that I talk about in my resources video. So if you're curious, take a look. I even have links. They're in the comment section because I forgot to add them to the description. But this is sacred space asperging. So asperging is the act of sprinkling something with blessed water to consecrate it. So and I just kind of break it down a little bit more, but this is a note, something I wanted to have. So that's there. And then I have a sacred space smoke cleansing section where I'm just writing down like this is for vervain, protection, purification, mugwort, lavender, sage, rosemary. So I'm just referencing that here. I'm just talking about one of my favorite colors, which is purple, believe it or not, hence this page color. It's, and I just, spoke my thoughts on it, intentionally left blank. And then here, just some day of the week information. So Sunday through Saturday, and I talk about the ruling planet on this side. And then I have these cute little cards here that I wrote more details about the significance of the days of the week. So, for instance, Sunday, I wrote about creativity, inspiration. This is and Monday underneath, and then we have. I'll just go in the back. Friday, Saturday, I wrote details. I have Wednesday, Thursday here. Actually, I continued Wednesday, as you'll see in a moment. So there's more to Wednesday, Tuesday, and of course, Sunday, Monday. So I have these cute little cards where if I ever need to be reminded of that, they're right here. And I love the imagery on the cards. It's very cottage core, which is a part of my practice. See? So I put that in this little, and I made all of these little pockets using my Cricut Maker. I purchased these, like I cut this out with my Cricut Maker. I purchased a lot of these designs from an Etsy shop. And I have a video where I linked all that in, but I may go ahead and just link it on this video as well. Here is just a quote that I like. I like having quotes. To work magic, I need a basic belief in my ability to do things and cause things to happen. That belief is generated and sustained by my daily actions. Starhawk. Sorry about the pausing. I don't know why. I did that. And this is just, I can add a slip of paper in here if I want, but right now I'm just going to turn a page. And here's just a little quote, a little note that I have in this little pocket here. Wherever you live is your temple if you treat it like one. And as a cottage, which, I definitely agree with that. So I'm going to put that back here. So that goes there. And then this is intentionally left blank. This is going to be another note. Okay, I don't have anything here yet, so more to come. I have to leave open spaces because it makes sense. So on this page, I have this little note card, which by the way, I created this cutout of the butterfly and just taped it on here or glued it on here. But this is a recipe for Moon Magic Communication Oil. I like the way these pages look, and I thought this was the perfect addition to this section. So I have a recipe here that I copied elsewhere. And as if I need to tweak it, I can write the margins, I can write things on this page, but it goes right here. Okay, and here I just wrote down some of my chants that I can say, like the goddess is alive, magic is afoot, and some other things that I picked up. Mostly, I can pick a lot of things up from Pinterest. And this is just a blank note card, so I'll be adding some information here shortly. This section, I did work over here, and I have some affirmations for the cottage, which like my home is a sacred place. I have all that I need. I am protected. You can say my home is protected. We are protected. In the abundance section, I am rich with health and wealth. I am fulfilled. My needs are met. And then I just have a little card here about the difference between affirmation and incantation. And I just wrote out that right here, that information. So that's just a cute little thing that I have a pop up here. This is for circle casting. So I wrote the notes if I wanted to, call to the east, call to the south, call to the north, and call to the west. What I would actually recite out loud is here. So there's that. Okay, this is just a page with, it's more decorative. I can always add a slip of paper. This is about a binding, a spell, or ritual. I actually got this from one of my books that reference grimoires and how to set it up. I thought this was really cool. So I wrote that in here because I really liked it and I love this imagery. Okay, so here's just my section on elementals. I wanted just to record that information. So I have that here. By the way, if like the different layers, so I added this paper here and glued it down. Honestly, it came from a mistake, but I like the way it looks. I like the torn, ripped parchment paper. I think that's really cool. Then this is a section on what to give if you want to thank the elementals for help. Elemental helpers. As a cottage witch, you may have those. So I have a whole section here for doing that. And here it's just more blank pages ready to go for me to fill up with information. So I kind of wanted to bring you guys up to date on where I'm at so far with writing and, recording information in my Cottage Witch Book of Shadows. So what I'm doing now is just looking for just a blank space. I feel comfortable adding this, but I'm actually going to go back here to this section here and on this note card that I printed out. So, I had this imagery printed on and this is color paper. And I'm going to actually write down my spell bundles, how to make spell bundles. So, full disclosure, I'm referencing the scent of lemon and rosemary, working with domestic magic with Hestia by Rachel Henderson. I did a witchy review on this. Check that out if you haven't already. This definitely fits in with my cottage witchery. So what I would do is just basically take one of these cards and I'm going to write it across this way. So she has a section here on spell bundles. So if you're looking for a cute little picture, that's what it looks like. So it's like the toilet paper roll and you fold it up and you can put, basically you can decorate the outside, stuff items into that, which becomes a little parcel, a bundle. So, herbs, whatever, you know. Now keep in mind, typically you burn these if you will, but you know, if you're going to burn them, you don't want to overfill it, of course. So you have to be careful with what you're putting in. Otherwise, you can bury them, and you can get, you know, really interesting designs on it. You could paint the outside. You could line it with paper, you know, whatever you want. But yeah, it's with a toilet paper roll, if I haven't said that already. So these are the pens I'm going to use on this. So yes, different colors, because I don't know, I like to have a little fun with stuff. So I'm going to just right here, spell bundles. And it's not a specific um, items or ingredients. This is not really what this is more like just explaining what, you know, what you can do with it. So I'll get to that right now and you'll see what I'm talking about. So here they don't even like write it out like a recipe or spell. You know, I'm just going to take from this and put it in my own words. Toilet paper rolls are one of the most ubiquitous pieces of garbage that can be put into magical use. Rather than throwing them out, reuse them as containers for spell bundles. So I would just write that as use a toilet paper roll as a spell bundle. And remember, you can burn this depending on what you put in there, you know, that could be an issue. And I'm just going to put here decorate the outside with sigils, runes, symbols, and drawings. Because honestly, it could be whatever you want it to be, right? But obviously these things are going to have significance to what you know you're doing. And I'm going to just say fill them with herbs, resins, which I have some resins, resins, and slips of paper bearing intentions. They said intentions and prayers, but I'm just going to say intentions. If you know, you know. Then anoint. So you anoint the bundle. Spelled that wrong. Anoint the bundle. And burn or bury it as you require. So that's basically it. Remember, it gets fancy depending on, you know, what you're putting in there. That's when it gets more fancy. So to close your bundles and keep everything from spilling out, it just talks about slightly flattening the tube at the beginning. So I'm not going to write that because I instinctively know to do that. If it helps, view these bundles as presents you're giving the universe filled with your magic and your will to change things. It goes on to say if you're going to burn your spell bundle, make sure not to overfill it, as I mentioned. Otherwise, the flames will just snuff out and you'll be left with a half-burned magical present. For those without access to a fireplace, spell bundles can be burned on grills or even in a large fireproof container. I have that now. They should only be burned outdoors, if not in a fireplace, to avoid setting off smoke detectors, any possibility of fire spreading. So I think this is a great thing to do on a new moon, to be honest with you. So I'm leaving it here because that's all the information I need. in doing this, you know, that, I don't need to add any additional information. So I'm just going to put here burn or bury. And that's just something I just wanted to add on here. But yeah, this is my spell card. So this is basically, the what I would have. It stays here. You notice it's even kind of curved a little bit. But when I flip through, when I need something, I can flip through and I can find it. The spell cards here. I don't want to write anything on that side. I would just turn it over and I would see the information right here. I could paste it or I could do, but I like it loose. I don't know. This is I love this. By the way, this is one of my favorites that I did, having if you're calling the quarters, casting a circle, that's what that is, by the way, if I didn't make that clear. And this is just pink paper and I printed this on here, but I like the layered effect. So yeah, so I just wanted to share this with you guys and show you, how this is coming along. This is highly curated by me, of course, because this is my book of shadows, with information that is relevant and necessary to me and my practice. I'm only putting in information, like I said, that makes sense to me. These chants make sense to me. This recipe for moon magic communication oil makes sense to me. And that's, if I could just give any advice of keeping a book of shadows, a grimoire, what have you, make sure it makes sense. Like, it's okay to skip over pages and come back to it. I have a whole section ready to go back here. I mean, I have a lot. This is actually printed on photo paper. I love this. But I have entire sections dedicating to, writing loads of information in here. So this is just the beginning. I intended, I have intentions on really filling this up with a lot of information. You can see I have like seasonal information. So I don't have a typical, Will of the Year section in the front because it's right here. I took this out of a book that I had and I thought the simplicity of it was really nice. And I liked it, next to this picture of this house. I got this out of a magazine. I adore this. This is definitely fits my cottage core, cottage witchery vibes. This is also taken from like a home and garden magazine. But yeah, this is it. I'm pretty sure I did a flip through. I'm getting confused now, but I think I did a flip through of this. So you see these parchment paper pasted on here. These will be filled up with words. And, I'm careful to not do too many. And I have I create just art and, things that make me inspire me or, make me feel even more witchy when I look at it. Like this sort of thing. And then you have the carrots. So, any kind of spell work. Obviously, this is like the kitchen magic section. That's what this is. Because you see the food. Like here, I have every intention on putting like protection work using like, something with onions or in general. This is such a beautiful, bold picture. Very colorful. And I thought it would look great here. And this lavender and so forth. So yeah, this is... And I just have a paper here to flip up. I thought this would be great for a recipe. I have every intention on writing my hair growth oil recipe here that I bless and anoint and so forth. That'll all go right here. But yeah, this is it. This little card, I paste it on, I can write on. But right now, this is about as far as I've gotten in it up to this point. Just a few skip pages. But yeah, if you have a book of shadows that you're actively working on and you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them. But yeah, I have what I didn't need. I removed the additional pages here so that I can keep it. I like this just purple. I think that's really cute. And they had a note you can see here where I wrote the pages out. And I kept this because I really like this note page. I thought this would be cute to just keep on here. And it's purple, and I love purple. But anywho, so I repurposed like books that I didn't resonate with me as much, but I love maybe the artwork, like this for protection. So I could put a nice protection spell here for the house and additional items. I have a space to write here, you know, and then I go into like cleansing. Um, but yeah, this is like, when I tell you, this makes me so happy working in this. It is definitely a labor of love. It has been, and I enjoy, you know, adding pages to this. And I just wanted you guys to just see a little bit of my world of what I'm working on and what I've been doing using, um, you know, my Cottage Witchery Book of Shadows. So I love like having these little things with notes. In the back of the book, I don't have as many of these. Like I said, it's more for writing, like, you know, just really writing out more details there. But yeah, this is it. This is it. This is what I've been working on. Don't forget my cute little note cards. I like that. This is using not your normal um, copy paper. It's like a heavier paper, so that it's not quite cardstock, because this is made from cardstock, but it is still a thicker paper. Most of the paper I use is thicker, and that's definitely intentional. And like I said, I left that intentionally blank, but I have this here, just little thoughts and, you know, helpful items for myself, things that I would look at and it would matter, you know, to me. So that's kind of the focus again that I'm pointing out. But yeah, this is my progress so far. So thanks again for watching. This is Mika, Leap Taken. Please like, subscribe, share. And again, if you've already subscribed, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And share with me in the comments, if you don't mind, you know, what you put in your Book of Shadows or your grimoire. Do you have one? Or are you going to get one? And like I said, if you have any questions, let me know as well. I'll be happy to answer anything. All right. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.